So from time to time when we're baling hay, we may see that we've got some belt tracking issues. And what do we mean by belt tracking? Well, when we're watching the belts as we bale hay, we may see that all of the belts move to the right, or maybe they all move to the left at the same time, rather than staying in the center of the baler. And you'll also notice on some balers that we have what we call belt guides. Those guides are designed to help keep the bales centered as well. And if the belt moves from side to side, you'll see it rub up against that guide too. If all of the belts are moving either to the left or to the right, we do have an opportunity to adjust an idler roller, or sometimes more than one idler roller on the baler to help with that. On this particular model, that idler roller is located right here at the top of the tailgate, and it's slotted so that we can raise either end of that roller depending on which direction the belts take. If, for example, all of the belts were traveling to the left, we would come to the right side over here and raise this end of the roller, requiring those belts to move back up toward the hill, which gets them back into the center of the baler. Another opportunity or another issue you may see with belt tracking is that maybe it's just one belt that's not tracking correctly. Most often that's an indication of a belt that may be damaged, or perhaps when it was spliced it didn't get cut straight. But typically we recommend that you pull that one belt out of the machine, inspect it. Sometimes you can turn that belt end for end, put it back in the machine, and it'll run fine. That's some of the things to look at if you're having belt tracking issues. So when we talk about belt tracking issues, a simple visual indication of what might be the problem is simply by looking at the gap between the outer edge of the belt and the baler wall on each side of the baler. You can see now we've got a pretty even gap on each side of this baler, and as we turn the PTO on and these belts start turning, we want that gap to remain the same. If, for instance, we see the gap become closer or more narrow here on the right side of the baler, that tells us our belts are tracking toward the right rather than staying in the middle of the bale.